Welcome to the West Real Estate Program. This is the show where each week we try and bring to you the best products and services to help steer you through the property market here in Perth, whether it's selling, buying or renovating.
And we try and make it as painless as possible. Speaking of painless, young Pete Rosethorn is away this week, probably in the Bahamas, somewhere having a daiquiri, and he's asked that you and I host the program for him.
Oh, look, worse things have happened. I know he's a very funny guy. I don't think we compete though, can we?
No, I don't think so, because he's such a wonderful chap. Now, what's going on in the show?
Well, this week, I know for sure, you catch up with Omar from East Perth BOQ.
Yes, look, I'm looking forward to meeting him. Terrific guy. Got all our finance needs covered. Looking forward to that. And I know for a fact you, just because we're having this balmy summer, are rather appropriately off to Hearth House.
What these heaters are is a combination of high-tech engineering with a very classical design. Sarah's with the girls at 740 Designs.
Alex says this fantastic home in Riverton is the perfect example of how to style your family home without the added burden of doing it yourself.
Aaron's on the show today.
He is. My old mate Aaron is with our premium partners at HIA.
We're at the 2013 HIA Stratco Peter Stannard Apprentice of the Year Awards, where the HIA will recognise their leading apprentices.
And our winner is...
And you, Dan, are catching up with Sasha for $1 Million Makeovers.
I am, again. She's wonderful. She knows her stuff. Can't wait for it.
By knocking out these walls, we can create that open space. In 8 weeks, you can come back and see the finished product.
You going to do it?
Do you want to do it? You got the voice. You do it.
No, you do it.
No, they know I can't do this sort of stuff.
Welcome to the West Real Estate Program. As mentioned, I'm in East Perth with Omar Verinder. Now, Omar is the owner-manager of the BOQ branch in Royal Street, East Perth. Nice to talk to you. Now, tell me about this wonderful place to work. It's just terrific, isn't it?
G'day, Alan. This is an amazing place to work. We're surrounded by water. We're surrounded by good coffee shops. It's just a great location.
All the essentials.
All the essentials.
Well, let's get down to business. Tell me about your Butte staff.
We have a total of 3 staff, well, including myself, 4. And collectively we have 26 years of experience. One of our key focuses is customer service. It's about building long-term relationships.
Well, I don't want to be critical in any way, but banking has in some areas become just a tad impersonal. Have you tried to reverse that?
Absolutely. It's our aim. We're going back to the old-fashioned way of doing banking, and that is to understand you personally and understand your needs.
And just briefly, tell me about the services you offer.
We offer a wide range of services, from deposits to insurance to lending products, business loans, equipment finance, trade finance, every service that you can possibly expect the bank to offer.
I look forward to talking with you again a little later in the show, so don't go away.
Thanks, Alan.
Coming up right now, Dan is at Hearth House.
This time last year, I was given the chance to explore some of Perth's best heating solutions. And in doing so, I was led to one very impressive supplier. With a chain of stores, over 30 years experience, Hearth House is the bee's knees when it comes to keeping warm this winter. And although they stock a stunning range of contemporary gas heaters that are so stylish, they almost need to be on display in a gallery somewhere, they have a wonderful selection of wood heaters too. My preference, it must be said, there are few things as mesmerising as a burning log. Matt, another great fire, log fire, which are my favourites. What's this one here?
It's the Regency Renmark. It's an excellent medium-sized heater.
You finding wood heaters are becoming a thing of the past, or are they as popular as they always were?
Definitely something of the future there, especially for those with rural properties. This one's a medium-sized heater, but we can get ones that heat up to 350 square metres. We're noticing people that have got trees falling down on properties, noticing a lot of people in metro area that may not have gas. It's a nice, cost-effective way to run a house.
Something that stands out to me are the intentionally large glass doors on these units. They say a fire is the third person in any room. This feature makes sure of that. What these heaters are is a combination of high-tech engineering with a very classical design. And to match the heat of a log fire, well, it simply hasn't been done. For more info, go to hearthhouse.com.au or follow the links on our site. It's realestatewa.tv. What a story. Half house. Perfect time of year. I feel warm and cosy. Great guy too, Matt. Isn't he lovely? Speaking of good guys, Al's back after the break with BOQ East Perth. Get very excited.
And welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. Well, we've moved locations just a smidge down the hill to the BOQ branch in East Perth. Still with Omar Verinda. And Omar, it's really important when we're buying our dream palace that we get our finance pre-approved, yeah?
Absolutely. Allan, it's the very first thing you should do. You should pick up the phone, talk to your bank, and tell us about your dream home. Tell us where you buy. It's our job to assist you with that finance process and to make sure that you get your dream home.
Well, that sounds like one of the things that sets BOQ apart from the other banks. And they tell me there are other banks out there.
Yes, there are. And BOQ offers everything that you could expect from a bank. The difference is I'm the owner manager, so you will get a call from myself, and I will make sure that your application process is achieved and we get the right outcome for you.
Okay, so I bought my dream home, but I might want to buy something else. Can I do that?
Certainly. It's if you're going to finance for a holiday, you're going to finance for a car, we'll certainly help you through that process as well.
Cool. So it's a bit of a buyer's market out there at the moment. Just how difficult is it to get finance?
It's a very daunting process, and that's why here at BOQ East Perth we can actually assist you. We have the time, the expertise to assist you through that process and to make sure that the process is a smooth one with less stress, of course.
And Omar, it is possible to love a bank, isn't it?
It's possible to love a bank, Allan.
I think now we better go over to Sarah at 740 Designs.
Have you ever walked into a home filled with amazing furniture and accessories, so perfectly put together, and thought, I could never do this? Well, that's exactly what I do, and it can sometimes feel a little overwhelming when it comes to decorating your home or investment property. But that's where the team at 740 Designs can help. "740 Designs will deck your entire property from inside to out with the latest furnishings. Most clients choose to hire pieces to help make their property look fabulous for sale. But often the person who ends up buying the property wants to buy the furniture too. Alex, you've been an interior stylist for many years now. How did the demand for your services come about?
Well, it's often that when people are selling their homes, they're doing so vacant, so buyers aren't able to visualise themselves living in the space, so our furniture just helps to define the spaces for the users.
What if someone has an idea of what they like but aren't confident to do it themselves? Can you decorate to their tastes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some of our clients have a specific idea of what they'd like in mind and we're easily able to cater to that. Otherwise, let us do it all ourselves.
Alex says this fantastic home in Riverton is the perfect example of how to style your family home without the added burden of doing it yourself. The 4-bedroom and 3-bathroom home is currently for sale. So the furnishings really need to reflect the type of property it is. Functional, low maintenance, and cater to a variety of living arrangements. Alex, this home looks gorgeous. It's quite a modern look, isn't it?
Yeah, well, being a family home, we've gone for quite a contemporary look. We've got some pops of red and purple, and we've also tried to highlight the main living spaces such as the dining and the living areas, so it will appeal to a family.
While all the furnishings are comfortable and inviting, you've also added some real wow factor that's definitely important.
Yeah, well, given the light fittings are quite a feature of this home, we've tried to coordinate our furnishings with this. For example, the mirrored furnishings and the shades in the master bedroom, just to highlight that.
But it's still really livable for a family.
Yeah, definitely.
What if someone wants this for their property? How easy is it?
It's simple. If you give 740 Designs a call, we'll arrange an obligation-free quote, but we'll come out to your house and then we'll go from there.
And how long does the installation take?
Only about half a day. It's easy as that.
If you're finding the idea of decorating a home daunting, just give the ladies at 740 Designs a call. For more information, check out our website, realestatewa.tv, and follow the links.
We've all been affected by rising electricity costs lately, but there is a way around it. By using that beautiful 8 hours of sunshine we get every day to power your home, by going solar. Clean Energy are specialists in solar and energy management. And right now, they're offering viewers a free customised sustainable energy solution for your home or your business. So contact Clean Energy for a free quote or jump on their website. It's cleanenergy.com.au. Or better yet, jump on ours. You can follow the links.
This week, we're at the 2013 HIA Stratco Peter Stannard Apprentice of the Year Awards, where the HIA will recognise their leading apprentices. I'm now joined by John Jalavis from the HIA. How are you? Good. And I'm also joined by Mike Lowe from the Stratco Group. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you.
Thanks, guys, for joining me. I've got a question for you both. First, I'll start off with you, John. Why does the HIA support and recognise their leading apprentices?
Well, HIA believe the apprentices are the future for the industry. So promoting the success of HIA apprentices and HIA apprentices and their success within the housing industry, we feel we're able to attract new workers into the housing industry that are skilled and able to take the industry into the future.
Okay, now the Apprentice of the Year Awards is a very important part of the HIA's calendar, isn't it?
Oh, it is. By recognising our HIA apprentices and our HIA host employers, it's a success to the community. There's an opportunity for the younger generation to carve out a career within the housing industry.
Which is a great idea.
It is.
Now, talking about people within the industry, Mike, why does Stratco get behind the awards?
We're one of the largest suppliers to the home building industry. It's an economic driver for the country, it's an economic driver for the state, and we recognise that, so Stratco is very proud to support these up-and-coming guys, and hopefully, of course, they'll become Stratco customers in the long run.
And our winner is Brett Lewington.
Congratulations to Brett, this year's HIA Apprentice of the Year. Now, if you're interested in a career in housing, why not give the HIA Apprenticeship team a call on 1300 650 620 and kickstart your career in housing today.
Thanks, Pitty. After the break, I catch up with Sasha from $1 Million Makeovers.
Gee, Dan, these East Perth houses are lovely, aren't they? I mean, they could easily be in the $1 Million Makeover.
Oh, good point. They could. This is exactly the kind of thing Sasha does, you know. What a coincidence. And I'm actually catching up with her.
You're not?
I am.
How does that work?
How's that for a segue? Not rehearsed. Catching up with the renovation team for $1 Million Makeovers is always a pleasure. And it's not just because of the incredible work they do in record time, or that they're becoming the yardstick for other builders to model themselves on. The reason is I just love a before and after. And if I had to pick, I think the before takes the cake. Who can resist a good demolition? I should point out, the reason I mentioned builders is because although $1 Million Makeovers has a reputation for high quality renovations, Sasha and her crew are more than happy to manage any build if that's a path you prefer. But for now, let's get back to the renovations and see what mess they're making. Sasha.
Hi Dan, how are you?
Great, good to see you.
You too.
It's a long dark corridor back there. It's what are your plans?
It is. This house is actually really dark, as you can see, and when you're walking in from the front, you literally walk into this corridor of a kitchen. So it has some major design flaws here, and what we're doing is taking the walls out behind me, this whole corner stack. So when you walk in, it's got a nice big double space, and then you come out into all these big living areas. By knocking out these walls, we can create that open space. Do you want to come and have a look what we're doing?
Yeah, this is the original family area out here. Well, let's go and have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay, so this is the original lounge room, I suppose. I can see there's a courtyard area out here. I mean, what are you going to do?
Exactly, this was their old living area. Now you can see it's got a lovely view to the al fresco where there's going to be a pool. So they've got a big backyard and also a big front yard. So they don't need this pergola area behind us because it's a waste of space. And it's this centralised pergola that's causing this big, L-shaped dog leg in the house. So we're taking out this whole wall behind you and all these walls, enclosing that pergola, because there's also a room behind us, which is a guest room separated from the house. So by enclosing it all, we can bring that back under the main roof. And just by taking out all these walls, it's going to let the whole light in and it's going to square up the room. So from the L shape to the square, creating those open plan spaces. This is an 8-week build, being an extension. So in 8 weeks, you can come back and see the finished product.
8 weeks, I'll have to wait. God, I will, thanks. I must admit, nearly every home that Sasha's walked me through has had me thinking, why not demolish? But when I see the finished product and discover the nostalgia that's kept by salvaging certain original features and notice materials reused that would otherwise be bulldozed and discarded, all of a sudden, what she's doing makes perfect sense. And this project is no exception. Now, I'll be back in a few weeks to check on the progress, which I'm sure will see almost impossible to have achieved in so little time. Until then, if you'd like to know more, go to milliondollarmakeovers.com.au, or you can follow the links on our site. It's realestatewa.tv.
HIA, or the Housing Industry Association, are the voice of Australia's home building industry. HIA members include builders, trade contractors, design professionals, kitchen and bathroom specialists, manufacturers and suppliers. HIA WA, the best in the business.
There's so much to consider when we're building our homes these days. Just when we think we've got it nailed, something fresh pops up. And that's why we like to talk to the expert, and that would be Scott Park from Reading Homes. G'day, Scott.
Alan.
Now look, the humble garage, it really requires a bit of thought before we bounce into it, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and that's one of the key things when you're building a new home, is that it's your home. You can make changes early and incorporate different features, and the garage is one of those areas where if you put a bit of thought into it early, it can definitely enhance the way you use your home and coming and going. I mean, we all park our cars in that secure area of our homes every day. We leave from there, come from there. So there's things to consider on size. Make sure that your vehicle's fit height-wise. A lot of four-wheel drives now with roof racks. You need to consider that will fit in under the ceiling and the pelmets at the front of the garage. There's options where if the block allows, you can have even a third garage off to the side, or again with permitting of the size of the block you're building on, you can have access all the way through to the back of the house as well, where you might be able to push a boat or drive a third car through to the back. So,
well, boat's a good idea. It's just about making it work for us, isn't it? I mean, just because we've got one car or maybe two at the moment, we could have a four-wheel drive, a boat, or kids, and they'll want to park their cars. So it's a very important aspect to consider.
Yeah, absolutely, very much.
So, if you're building your home, think about the garage. Go to readinghomes.com.au.
Thank you, Scott Park. After the break, Allan says his final goodbye to Omar from BOQ East Perth. They'll miss each other, those two.
Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. I'm back again with Omar Verinder, who is the owner-manager of the East Perth branch of BOQ. Now, Omar, you've been in the banking industry for quite some time now. What's it like managing and owning this place in East Perth?
Alan, I've been in the industry for over a decade, and as an owner-manager of the business, it really puts a different perspective on business owners and what they actually want from a bank and how important relationship is, and to really understand their background, to understand the business history and understand exactly what their financial needs are. At East Perth, we value our customers, and we're going back to the old-fashioned way of banking services.
Oh, sounds terrific. And it's interesting you mentioned business because whilst the personal finance sector is very important, you have a whole suite of finance options for companies, businesses and individuals, don't you?
Absolutely. We offer a wide range of services for business owners, from equipment finance to debtor finance to cash flow finance to trade finance. And we even have a share trading platform as well.
So Omar, how do people get in touch with you?
You can find us at 123 Royal Street at East Perth. Just come on in and say hello to the team.
Always lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, Alan.
Thanks for your time today. Now, Dan is doing something very clever with some professionals at Pro West. Dan!
Thanks to the professionals Pro West, we've been given the opportunity to catch up with some of their very talented and experienced staff. And I'm with one of those wonderful staff right now. Tracy, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks.
Now, you're the head of property management. What's the secret behind assembling a skilled group of people together?
All our staff here at Pro West are more mature. We have lots of life experience, which really helps us deal with the issues that can arise in property management. We do continuing professional development, regular training courses, both in-house and externally, which really makes sure that we're completely up to date with all current legislation.
Well, yeah, speaking of legislation, I mean, has there been anything recently that's made you rethink or had to behave in certain ways that, as part of the practice of real estate?
Yeah, we're going to have to do a few changes with the way we do things to keep in line with the current legislation, and there's new legislation on the way. The way we do rent increases, for example, we'll have to do them in a really timely manner to ensure that our investor does not lose money. We'll have to also give our tenants property condition reports both at the commencement of the lease and also when they vacate. and also give them the opportunity to come along to the final bond inspection at that time.
Do you offer any advice to the landlords when they're undertaking, a property? Is there anything that you think that would be good for them to know?
Yeah, we definitely do encourage our landlords to take out landlord protection insurance because life can be very unpredictable. We also encourage them to look at getting a tax depreciation schedule on their property to maximise the investment return.
Tracy, thank you so much for talking to me. It's been great talking to you. If you'd like to know anything more about Tracy or any of the wonderful team here at Pro West Real Estate, go to prowest.com.au.
Don't miss your chance to have your room spruced up by 740 Designs. Send us a photo of a room in your house that is in desperate need of redesigning, and you could have the team visit your house and work their magic. You'll even get to come on the show. Get involved at realestatewa.tv.
Well, that wraps it up for another wonderful week here on the West Real Estate program, and you'll be happy to know that next week there's a professional back hosting Peter Rosethorn, man of many laughs, and we must thank City Toyota today for the use of the RAV4 as well.
Yeah, got us around in style. It was good to catch up with Omar Verinda from BOQ in East Perth. And Dan, lovely to work with you. Good to see you.
Absolute pleasure. I hope we do it again.
I do too. If you'd like any more information on any of the stories you've seen on today's show, please go to realestatewa.tv. See you next time.
And that's a wrap.